usually have limited times. So that's where I also pity international managers. They have limited times. They have probably a week with players, and they need to prepare them for big tournaments, especially during this period where we will be having the World Cup. I think finding the balance, for players to be able to participate in both internationally and club football, but also have time to rest, not to overplay and over-participate in both sports. So finding that way or solution, finding that solution per se for players to be able to participate for their clubs and internationally for their countries is something I think it's key and need to be talked about more, because players aren't machines, man. And I think maybe because they get a lot of money, they're being treated like machines. They're not. They're still human beings that needs to be taken care of. And for fans, they need to see the beautiful football being represented well, to enjoy it. And for you to enjoy football, you need all players to be available. A good example, Rafinha got an injury, while playing for Brazil. An injury that could have been avoided, because Rafinha has been a player this season who's been having a lot of different injuries, but participated for Brazil. In the US, it was Brazil who are playing France. You look at Spain, from Spain to travel to the US is a long journey in itself. So it takes a toll on a player. And then he plays, he gets injured, and now he's going to miss a whole month. And this is, as I said, a crucial part of the season. When you look at the standing for Barcelona in the league, they're only 4 points away from, 4 points ahead of Real Madrid. And then you look at their participation in the Champions League. They'll be playing Atletico Madrid, especially this weekend, actually. They're playing Atletico Madrid in the league, and then they'll play them in the Champions League again. So when you look at all that, and him being an integral part of the team of Barcelona, him not being available is going to take a toll on the team. Everyone knows that. So again, who's to blame? The manager for the international, Ancelotti, for example, or who exactly? Are the players also to blame because they're not being able to talk to the managers and tell them, okay, I don't want to participate in this game because of the impact that's going to make or take for me to be able to play well for my club afterwards? What are you prioritizing as a player? Because it's an honor to represent your country, but also you have to remember where you get your bread is playing for your club. So being able to balance that is something that I think is very key, and for anyone who wants to read more about this, I have an article that's going to be coming out